I've mentioned a handful of times in the past that I've wanted to start playing with acrylics and kind of getting more accustomed to the medium. The last time I used acrylics was in high school a couple years ago, and while I did use them on a fairly regular basis, I haven't really touched them since then. The only time I ever use acrylic paints is for painting my sketchbook covers, so for the past couple weeks I have been playing around with acrylics, and I decided to record one of the things I did. So for the brushes I'm using some Royal & Langnickel brushes as well as a Winsor & Newton one. I don't know if the Winsor & Newton one is made for acrylics. I got it in an art snacks box, I want to say, but yeah, I've been using it for acrylics. I'm also using Apple Barrel acrylic paints. I have a couple of Liquitex heavy body paints, but I actually haven't been using them. I want to get more used to the medium before I use my nicer paints. I only have like 3 of them, mind you, but I picked up this set of Apple Barrel acrylic paints from Walmart. It was like $5, and they're actually really nice. I've used the Craftsmart paints on my own in the past before, and compared to the Apple Barrel ones, the Craftsmart ones are really like not good. The Apple Barrel set that I purchased, it doesn't have a huge range of colors. It doesn't even have true primaries. It has a yellow, red, and blue, but they're not the primary shades of those colors. So like, I can't always mix things that I want to mix, and I can't always get certain shades that I want to get, so I've been having to reach for my Craftsmart ones that I have a large collection of and use some Craftsmart ones here and there, but my goodness, the Craftsmart paints are so thin compared to the Apple Barrel. It's like a night and day difference, so if you're considering trying acrylics, I would definitely recommend giving the Apple Barrel ones a shot. Obviously, there's more professional brands out there like Liquitex, or you can use Golden Paints. There's a lot of different brands that actually have higher quality paints. They are more expensive though, and especially for me personally, while I'm learning with acrylics, I want to use something cheap so I don't feel bad about using it. I also have the tendency of pouring out way more paint than I need, so if I were going to be doing that with higher quality, more expensive paints, I would feel bad about it. But I don't feel bad about it with Apple Barrel paints because they're like 50 cents per thing, so I don't feel bad about it then. So I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to acrylic painting, but those are all the supplies I've been using, just those 3 brushes, Apple Barrel paints, obviously water and paper towels, but I've just been painting in my sketchbook. Initially, I didn't know if acrylics would hold up in my sketchbook. I'm using the Canson XL mixed media paper. That's what I've been using for my past few sketchbooks, and it actually holds up fairly well. The paper does buckle a decent amount. It's not holding it super well, but it doesn't break down the surface of the paper, and it does hold the paints. So I assume most mixed media papers will hold acrylics, but don't take my word for that. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing when it comes to acrylic paints, so if you have any tips or anything below, please feel free to share, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't intend to take acrylics super seriously, mainly just landscapes and like flower paintings like this is what I want to do. I don't think I'll ever do like character portraits or anything with acrylics. For the time being, I'm just not really interested in that, but I've been having a lot of fun playing with the medium and just painting like small landscapes and flowers, so that's nice. Also, I would just like to take a minute here to plug that I have a Patreon. I don't have really a lot going on my Patreon as of the time being. I don't have any physical rewards, I just have digital rewards, so like updates here and there, and I'm very unfamiliar with the platform, so I'm still getting a hang of it, but the link is in the description below. Currently, I only have a $2 tier, so you can pledge if you want to, but please by no means feel like you're obligated to pledge. Just watching my videos is enough support, so like I just want to put it out there that I have it, otherwise I'll never mention it ever. You'll probably never hear this from me again, but I have a Patreon account, so link to that is below. So when it comes to the painting again, let's go back to the painting. As you can see, I'm living in Trash Town and I'm using a paper plate as a palette. I've always done that with acrylic paints actually. I want to get myself an actual like plastic palette that's one of those big flat ones, but I don't know where to buy those. I looked on Amazon and I didn't find any I wanted, so if you know where they sell good ones, probably Dick Blick or something like that, I don't know. I didn't look anywhere else. I want to get something other than a paper plate because it just gets to the point where it's like, I can't really tell what color I'm mixing because the paints are kind of thin and it's like blending in with the color below it. It's not the greatest idea, and I don't want to waste a million paper plates Not that they're expensive or anything, I don't know, it's weird. So I've just been like stacking paints on this poor paper plate, but it's working for me so far. You don't need nice things apparently to do acrylic paints, so that's good to know. I've also really enjoyed doing these, just playing with the color schemes that come with the paint set I purchased. Like I said, it's not a primary set of paints, it's a weird selection of colors, but they all look really nice together, and I've had a lot of fun playing with the color combinations that I can get with them. I really like the yellow that came with the set. I think it's called like King's Gold or something, but it's this really nice like sunflowery gold yellow, and it plays really well with a lot of the blues that came with this set, so it's been really nice just playing with color schemes, especially when it comes to the flower paintings I've been doing, because this is the third one I've done, I think, and it's just a lot of fun mixing colors and trying new things with these. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but all things considered, with that in mind, I'm really happy with how these have actually been turning out. I've done a couple landscape ones here and there as well, and while I haven't done anything super detailed, I'm really proud of myself for like actually trying a medium that I'm uncomfortable with, because strategically you would think I'd be watching more videos and stuff on YouTube about like acrylics for beginners, but I just kind of dove into the medium. I mean, I know the bare basics from what I learned in high school, but I don't know much about the medium as a whole, so like I said before, if you have any tips or tricks when it comes to acrylic paints, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, because I don't know what I'm doing. But that is the painting, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.